All right, everybody, welcome to the podcast. A Boston legend out in Miami. Chase Abel, everybody, give it up for him.
Yes.
We got a big crowd here tonight.
What's going on, man?
Not much, dude. How you enjoy Miami? It's a culture shock, huh?
Dude, look at me, man.
A little different. You're fitting the bill pretty well, dude. You look like you belong out. You look like you could hold your own out here.
Thank you. This is not like I bought all this here.
Yeah,
Everything
that's the way
that you
to do
see
it.
here, I bought here.
Yeah, well, that's how you embed yourself in the culture, dude. You have to shop where everybody else is shopping, and then you can become one of us. It took me a little while, but I figured it out.
I looked ridiculous, man, when I brought my own clothes, like my own style, and and as soon as I got off the plane, I'm like, nah, there's no way I'm not gonna get no girls.
You can take the man out of Boston, but you can't take the Boston out of the man. That's for sure, dude. You got to cut those Boston habits as soon as you get here.
I bought this. Look at me, man. I bought this Lululemon handbag.
That's nice.
I was so against these, and then I just bought into it, man.
Dude, once you're here for a little while, you start to think that you are like this Miami person, and it kind of sucks you in if you're here too long. You kind of
I got sucked in for sure.
Yeah, you kind of end up doing all the shit you would be totally against.
I wore pink, like a whole outfit that was pink.
Yeah, we got sunglasses on inside. It's kind of hot in here. No, are you hot? I don't know if the air conditioning's going to kick on. You were complimenting how nice this apartment is, but it's also the air conditioner only works like 50% of the time. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we'll see if it decides to work today.
It's a good spot, man.
Yeah, it's not too shabby. It's it's not bad. I mean, it's no Four Seasons where you're staying, but it's
we don't.
You're doing. I forgot.
I don't want people to actually think I'm a professional comedian.
I forgot you're right. Yeah, heaven forbid someone thinks you're a professional comedian.
Definitely not.
That would hurt.
I'm faking it, baby.
Aren't we all? What do you think of Miami, though? You like it?
Love it.
It's pretty nice. Huh?
I'm not going back.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going back. My Tinder.
Are there any pretty women out here? Tell me about that.
Every single girl on Tinder as an option was hot.
Yeah.
There was at least like a 90% ratio. Like every girl was hot. And I was actually, it got to a point where it got so annoying. I was looking for like ugly girls.
Yeah, it's like, give me something that's actually like within
my reach.
Within reach, yeah.
No, my reach technically.
In the ballpark where I know I'm not wasting my time here. I'm almost wasting my finger strength even swiping on some of these.
I don't pay for Tinder, so I like my matches, like the swipes stop at a certain point, so it was like really quick.
I feel like you got to pay for it because time is money, and if you could like make it more efficient, I think that's the way to do it.
I feel like if you pay for Tinder, really.
I don't know. You just kind of look weak though, I guess. But nobody knows, right? It's not like they can tell, like, oh, this guy spends $10,000 a month on Tinder, in hopes that he could get a date, and you're going out with him.
Well, I guess you're going for the premium package, right?
Yeah,
you want $10,000 a month, Chris?
There should be a premium package where you can only get like hot women that are like more likely to set like easier women. It's like these women are down for pretty much whatever. Then you pay it.
No,
I guess that's just a prostitution app at that point, huh?
Yeah. Well, no.
Did we just invent that?
I think no. It's called. There's some other ones out there.
Grindr.
I feel like if you're paying $10,000 for Tinder as a membership, all the hot chicks, like that membership, all the hot chicks have to say yes.
Yeah, that would be.
Like
that should
if
be
they
the
came,
rule.
like if I came across, like they have to say yes.
They have to at least say hi to you. Like, hi, I got a lot of highs today. Nothing else, but a lot of highs. That's what when I messed around with Tinder back in the day. I haven't done it in a while, but yeah, I felt like it was just a time suck because you're just like, this girl, because you could fall, like these girls are beautiful online, but it's like the odds of meeting up with them are so slim that it's like it gets your hopes up,
Yeah.
And then it's just setting yourself up for disappointment. I think I'd rather just get rejected in real life, and have it hit you right away and be like, okay, that's great.
Yeah,
all right, just making sure I didn't have a chance with you.
I think I think that kind of goes with like a lot of things, you might as well know. For me, I feel like I need to know sooner.
Yeah, you got to face it, because otherwise you're like riding it out for like a week. Like, oh, I think I've got a chance with this girl, and then it's dead in the water, and you're like, oh, damn, I was so close. She's like, no. But the thing is, girls will waste their time on that shit forever. Like, they know damn well they're not going on a date with a guy, and they'll just keep stringing them along. I don't understand that.
Oh, I can't. I'm not a big. That gets me aggravated. Like, I have a friend. She, let's just say she's a professional in that area.
Yeah, she's a hooker. She's an escort.
She's not so much an escort. She kind of goes. She goes on dates that she knows that she's not like interested in the guy, but she just really wants. She's just
attention.
Hungry.
She wants a free meal.
No, she's hungry, man. She's
like, yeah, I'll take a bite.
And I'm
Why
like,
not?
you really are doing this? Like, she does it like 3-4 times a week, which is like at like really nice restaurants. And it's like, if you think about the math of it, take away like the whatever ethics part of it that you whatever you're on the side of it. Just think about it from a math perspective. There's 7 days a week. You're eating 4 meals, great meals, out of the 7 days.
Right.
You don't have to pay for dinner.
It's a pretty good scam.
But
it's also the risk reward. I feel like it's not worth it, because it's like eventually you're gonna run into some psycho guy that's gonna stalk you, or he's gonna be bitter. You're gonna make a lot of people bitter by doing that. And I feel like when you put that out in the world, like that's not a that's not a good thing to do.
I don't subscribe to that method. I mean, there's a lot of females now that seems to kind of ride that wave. And but my thing too, though, Chris, also is like, dude, stop paying for this shit, dude.
Why are you taking a girl out to a nice dinner on a first date? Like, I'll do that like a year into a relate. I'll do that like 1 year into marriage. I'll take her out for a nice date.
Yeah,
but not before that.
Not before. So you just do like the drinks thing?
Yeah. No, coffee and water. We do coffee, water till you prove yourself.
Coffee dates, right?
I love a good coffee date because it seems like it's casual. It seems like, oh, it's just like low pressure, but it's a win-win, you know, because it's low pressure and then it's also cheap.
It's very cheap,
and it's low risk. I'm all about minimizing risk, you know.
More conversation, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's like harder to get any attraction and stuff from it, but you can finagle it. Like, I've had coffee dates that went really well. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, you know,
if you do it at like the right time of day and they don't have anything else going on, it's like, yeah.
You know what I've noticed? I've noticed that the most successful like dates I've had have been the most simplest ones.
With dudes or with chicks? When you just go out with a dude, man, life becomes so much easier.
Yeah. Not with the dude.
Finally, someone cool I can talk to. This is great.
No, women. I've not had the. I guess the luxury.
You haven't been in Miami long enough. You'll get there.
Actually,
you get turned down enough, you'll be like, "Fuck this, dude." A cute little Latino man, close enough.
I passed as a Latino for you, not like a.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like a cute little Latino.
I'm sorry. I was in my own vanity for a second.
Latino twink.
I thought you were
like
talking
myself.
About me.
No, I'm joking. But what were you saying? Your best dates have been
the ones that have been the most like simplest. You know, not the ones that I've like cost. I dished out a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
thinking that that would impress her. You know, I've done that too. I've done plenty of those. But, as I'm getting older, I really started to kind of just like think about the times like that were the most easiest, that were easier. And dates. I just went on like a ice cream date. You know, I hooked up with a girl. I took her to like JP Licks, dude.
Oh, dude, nothing gets.
I got a cookies and cream.
Nothing gets girls hornier than that.
And I hooked up, and she was Dominican. She was Dominican too.
Of course. Oh yeah,
she was hot.
Nothing better.
You into the Latinas? I like the Latinas too.
Yeah, how can you not? I don't understand people who don't. It's like, oh, you're into Latinas? It's like, yeah, I'm into attractive women.
Yeah, pretty much.
Call me crazy.
God forbid,
They don't have to be Latino, but they just happen to be more. Odds are they're probably going to be, especially around here.
Oh my God.
It's like, it's very rare that you run into somebody that's not Latino.
I saw the hottest, like, one of the hottest women I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, that's...
And she was working she was working in the mall at a kiosk, but she was selling, like, just juices.
Yeah, of course. What did you want her to be doing? Running a Fortune 500 company? She's a hot chick, dude. The fact that she even has a job is crazy. She does not need that job.
She doesn't. She's like like this is her juices. Like she grew the
Oh, really?
fruits.
Her own. So she's an entrepreneur. That's pretty cool.
I think in my head I thought that was her company. I don't think she was. I think she was just a helper.
Yeah, she's probably just working there. But hey,
But she was the hottest girl.
that's the thing, dude. You just build these chicks up in your brain. You're just like, wow, this girl is perfect. Yeah, I do. I tend to do that all the time because they're just so likable. You know.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're warm, very
Yeah.
friendly. I'm from the East Coast, man. We're from the East Coast, so that like the temperature of women are a little different.
Yeah, the attitude out here is way more like carefree and way more like open to new things,
Yeah.
new opportunities.
New opportunities, or just I guess obviously the weather probably helps a lot.
Yeah, what would you say is the major difference between women in Boston and women in Miami? Besides, they're attractive here.
I think women here, there's a lot more culture here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? There's definitely a culture in Boston, but it's not like here.
yeah.
You know, here
it's fun.
Yeah, here is.
Here's just party.
It's just
go
it's,
on yachts.
Go on. Yeah, you got
have a nice ass.
workout. People are very like into working out here.
Yeah.
Seems like they're very healthy.
Did you feel motivated to get jacked while you're here?
Yeah, I went to the gym every day at the hotel.
Really?
And the spa.
Yeah, you kind of have to, right?
Yeah.
Like, God damn, I gotta get my shit together.
Yeah.
These people are so ripped.
I
out
woke
here.
up every day early in the morning just to like. I
It
couldn't get a
motivates
bad
you.
head start in Miami. You can't come to Miami like not in shape.
And you're just sweating every day too. Like you walk to your car and you're like dripping sweat.
There's two
You know?
places in the world, actually 3 places in the world, in this country, not in the world. I haven't been around the world, but in this country that you can't go if you're not in shape. Miami,
Vegas,
Vegas,
LA. Yeah.
You cannot.
There should be like something at almost like a wall at the border that's like you have to get over this, otherwise you can't.
Yeah.
You can't, if you're too out of shape to get over this,
I feel
you can't get in.
I'd pay for that membership.
Yeah, because they might as well. Because even if you do get in, nobody's gonna know that you're even there. You're invisible.
I'm just invisible.
People are gonna be like, "Oh, you were there? I never saw you there."
You know what's surprising? The older women are like hot as fuck too.
Yeah,
Like the older, like when I say older, like the 50s and the 60-year-old women.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
How old are you willing to go?
It's as old as it gets. Let's go.
80s?
Dude. You ever seen it in 80s like Raquel Welch?
No, I don't know who that is.
I've been down a few rabbit holes. You don't know Raquel Welch?
I don't think so. She's
She was
80?
like, yeah, she fucked.
She's hot.
She was like an actress back in the days, like the 60s and 70s. But
Yeah, I imagine she wasn't just some stranger on the street that got hot when she was 80. But
yeah.
yeah, that's great.
She's,
Good for her.
She
80s.
she aged pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean now with
I like
like
older women
airbrushing
in
and
general.
shit, they could probably make anybody look
Yeah.
look respectable. And if you're in a deep enough slump, it's like 80 starts looking pretty good.
I feel like I'm dating. I'm dating like a 55-year-old woman. I think she's 55.
Wow.
Actually, no. I think
Currently,
I think she's 53. Actually.
this is breaking news. You're going public with it.
Well,
To the 3 people that listen to this.
dating. I want to say dating. Like we date.
Yeah, you hang out.
We hang out. Yeah. But yeah, I guess, sure.
Yeah, I guess that's not that crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they they're into working out. Like.
Yeah, you keep yourself in shape. You can look presentable at any age.
I bought
Pretty much.
mustard beach shorts just because of Miami, like the thigh ones, like these guys
yeah.
wear.
Yeah, you got to show off the thighs, dude. Those
Yeah, but-
things, it'd be criminal not to show those off,
I used to be like, why is these men wearing all these fucking like quarter length fucking thigh fucking shorts? And I'm just
Hey,
like,
you
oh,
gotta-
I'm all into it now.
That'd be like a girl having amazing tits and not showing them off,
You know what? I've been working on my thighs lately because I've been working out. Like I got just health kick these last 2 years. So
Yeah,
my,
dude,
yeah,
I didn't even notice them before, but now I can't take my eyes off them, I don't know if we can continue this podcast, dude. Luckily, they're not in screen, I don't think. No, I don't think you can see them. That'd be too much for our viewership, I think. But yeah, dude, what do you think about the comedy out here? You got to do a couple shows.
I got a couple shows. Yeah,
We did a nice Don't Tell the other night. That was fun.
that was a fun one. Yeah, shout out to Don't Tell Comedy.
Yeah,
show's been fun, man.
They're crazy. It's crazy how big that got. I remember when that like started in Boston. It was like a little thing, and now it is massive.
Don't Tell. Yeah, I remember that too, for sure. Yeah, in Boston. And I did a few Don't Tell comedy shows, and I've, done well on them, and I like the brand,
And they're always such good crowds. I don't understand what it is about the crowds, but it's like something about the mystery of it and the exclusivity of it that makes people so excited to be there, and they're just like the best crowds. I don't know why, because it's not like they're big crowds, but it's like they're consistently always very into it.
Yeah. They just seem like it. Because that particular, I guess, I don't know, you call it like production. That brand is like it's the way it was marketed. Find out like last minute. Like,
right.
These are like, I guess, audiences who specifically look for these type of shows.
Man, people are stupid, huh? You hide like one thing from them, they're like, oh my God, it's so secretive. It's like, no, they just didn't tell you where it was. They knew where it was the whole time. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows where it is. They just didn't tell you till like an hour before. People are like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Secret show.
Nobody knows about this.
That used to be a thing back in the days when I used to come up and partying in the 90s. Don't tell like everyone like there's a secret code to get in.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. I like secret password.
I like secret password parties, man. What about you? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, secret passwords are pretty sick, actually. Now that I think about it, exclusivity. There's something about it, man. I think I told this on the last podcast, but I tried to get in a club with Jeremy Piven the other weekend.
Oh, you worked with him, right?
I was hanging out. No, I was hanging out with him, and Andre was opening for him.
Oh, okay.
So I was hanging out with them after, and we all went to the club. And I was like, and Andre's like, yeah, we can all get in. We get to the door, and me and my other buddy were just tagging along. They're like, you two, get the fuck out of here. I don't know how they knew we weren't part of it, but they could tell. And there was something about it that I was like, damn. I didn't want to go in, but I did want to go in, but I was like, you feel like a bitch that you even want to go in. But it is something about it that's like something about like all the sick cars pulling up, all the people with like crazy jewelry and shit like that. You're like, damn.
It's nuts.
And if you don't have it, they're like, yo, you don't belong here.
You don't belong here.
And I'm like, you're right. I don't know what I would have done even inside there. We've just been hanging out in the corner.
You do have kind of an energy where it's like, but that is you though. You kind of like always, Chris. Every time I feel like you're at a spot, you just are itching to like get out of there as quick as you can. Like
you're right, dude. I am.
You're like, you have like the most quickest in and out game in comedy.
Yeah, I try to get out of things quick. Dude. The worst is after a show. When you got to hang out after a show and like say hi to the audience, that's probably my least favorite thing in the world.
Oh, I love it when people try to like.
If it went well or if it went poorly, I feel the same way about it. I just don't want to interact with people. Like, this is not fun. This is not part of the deal when I signed up to do this show. I didn't agree to this.
Yeah, but I actually like it. I'm one of those people that kind of like it. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Know. That's why I am where I am.
What are you talking about? You got the improv today, baby.
You're right. You're right. You gotta count the blessings. Gotta be grateful for what we have. We're in Miami. Yeah, that's the thing. That's why it's nice having people out here, because it's a nice reminder of like, wow, this place is incredible. Because people come here and they're like, it's crazy that this is like reality, but you get used to it so quick that you're just like, this is it. But it's like, it is paradise out here.
It's awesome. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Like, I would definitely would want to at least have like, live down here at some point in my life.
Yeah,
you got to have a place down here. Why would you not, man?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
I just went to one of my, I guess people's places.
Yeah,
I call them peeps.
You got people all over, huh?
I do.
You've been in the game for a bit.
God's blessed me good.
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, how long you been doing comedy for?
10 years.
10 years.
10 years, yeah.
You started in Boston?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you finished in Boston about 2 years ago.
Yeah. I'm trying to leave Boston.
They're like, all right, Chase, time's up in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Do you feel like that after a while? It's like, okay, I've done everything. But although the scene kind of changes every like 3 or 4 years, it's like all different people, all different shows. And I feel like from what I see and what I hear in Boston, that it's a pretty good scene. Like, it's a pretty good time right now.
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah.
I feel like, in general, yeah, it is a good scene. There's good rooms that you can get up on.
Yeah.
It has changed for sure. I think for certain comedians, once they reach a certain level or they feel like they're at a certain level,
It's time to make the move.
it's time to kind of adapt and make a move, because what's happening is that
You're not friends with like the younger comics coming up. Like that's the thing. You don't hang out at like the open mics and shit like that. And that's where you make all the connections to get on shows. And
I'm not
stuff like
21 anymore.
that. You don't have time.
I just don't have time.
There's shit to do.
Yeah, and then I'm busy.
You're an adult.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I stay present. Like I'm not always out in the scene like that. If I'm not like, I just can't hang out at open mic anymore. It's like funny because like people, and I don't want to be like rude, but like the comedians like, hey, do you want to like, you did you do the open mic? Like I want to get in that open mic. I'm like, I douche. Like,
I can't do this. I can't do the.
can't do this.
What was the one? Was it Antanes?
Antons. Oh,
Antons.
that was great.
That was one of the wildest open mics.
That was a
ever.
treasure. The
That
one
was
thing
a good
about you
one.
is like, I noticed the one thing I kind of like about you is like, like you are not, you're one of those comics that are like not afraid to do any room.
Yeah, not above it.
Yeah. And that's one thing I noticed about you. It's like Chris Kemback,
He gets in the
no
dirt,
matter what
dude.
show you'll never like say no to a show, even
I'll
though,
get in the mud.
yeah, you just, yeah, you're like, you do all types
Nicotine?
of shows, man. Yeah.
This show is sponsored by on nicotine pouches. Dude, I took one of those
I'll pretend
out.
it's gum. So I
Took
can
one of those out the other day, and somebody thought it was cocaine. They're like, "Oh, these are little packets of cocaine." I'm like, "No, that would be smart though if people
right.
packaged them like that."
Packaged Coke.
Yeah, but
It does look like.
unfortunately, not that cool.
What, you just put on your tongue?
Put it under your lip, right here.
It's like, oh shit. Is this like kind of like tobacco?
Yeah, it's tobacco. It's nicotine.
Oh, it's nicotine.
Yeah.
Fuck, I thought this was gum. It says wintergreen. That's fucking. That's like
Misleading?
misdirection. And this is just misleading right
Yeah,
there.
that's why all the children
That's
are
why
hooked
they're
on it
doing
right now.
Nice.
Better than vapes.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't want it, just spit it in my mouth.
You ever did? You ever do tobacco?
No, I like cigars. I'll do a good stogie every once in a while, and I like these, but I never did cigarettes, never vaped.
So you never do cigarettes. So why do you have nicotine patch things?
I don't know, because they're awesome.
That's
You'll
rad.
see. You'll do one, and then that's all it takes. It's a slippery slope.
This is probably Molly.
Yeah. I need to get you really crazy. Get you saying some
It's already
wild.
burning.
Get you saying some
it's
wild
already
shit.
burning the bottom of my thing.
Yeah, it's nice, right?
A little bit.
It's like a little
Gives you a
little head rush.
Ooh.
But if you've never done it before and you do it, you will get a little dizzy. I'll tell you that much. I gave it to a girl one time, and she was like, for like hours after, she's like, "I'm so dizzy. This is terrible."
Yeah, it
I'm
is
like,
a little
it's
terrible.
not that bad.
I'm not gonna lie, it's terrible.
Yeah, spit it out. You don't need it.
No, I'm in it now.
Just spit it on the floor.
Nah,
Who cares,
I'm in it.
dude?
I gotta.
Yeah, and then you chew it and you swallow it. I'm fucking with you. Don't swallow it.
I'm one of those guys, like, once I like commit to something, I gotta finish it.
I like to spit out if you want to spit.
Oh yeah, I'll get spitter.
Here, we'll share one.
Nice.
And we'll
Now
then
I
we'll
really
sip,
feel like I'm fucking.
then we'll sip it after. So yeah, dude. What else has been your experience in Miami?
Miami? Oh man, it's been great. I love the food.
Yeah.
Food's fantastic out here. I love I've been like sweating.
It's nice, right?
Yeah, it's like a different. It's like sweating is like I feel like makes you relaxed.
Yeah.
And then you take like a nice shower after, and you go right back outside.
Get in the pool.
And get in the
Do
pool.
a nice cold shower.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's a good life out here, man.
I'm saying
I recommend
hotel
it.
too. I've been out there, dude. Just
I recommend. You could have stayed here, dude. You could have stayed on this couch.
Nah,
A missed opportunity.
I probably stayed.
Forget the Four Seasons, dude. This is just as good. I got 2 bikes in the living room.
I
That's when
noticed
you
that
know.
bike. Well, there's 2.
Dude, funny story about those bikes. So I ordered them on Amazon. They're like $600, so it's a pretty cheap bike. But then I had a guy come assemble it. It's like part of buying it on Amazon. You pay like an extra $100, and somebody will come assemble it. And he,
Wait, it's just some guy up like.
it is some random dude, like a TaskRabbit or something. So he came, assembled it, and he like fucked it up or something. So I told the bike people, I was like, yeah, it's fucked up. I was like, I don't know what you want me to do, send it back or whatever. They're like, you know what, keep it. We'll just send you another one. So they just sent me another one for free, and then I just got them both done at like a real bike shop. So now I got 2 bikes. So
You gonna sell one?
No, I'm hoping somebody will take a bike ride with me one day. You know?
You really do want someone to live here, do you? Stay with it.
I tell people all the time, this is a PSA. Come visit if you're cool. And
You know what's crazy about you, though?
And an easy roommate.
You know what's crazy about you? I didn't even know you lived here.
I know.
Until I
can't believe you
showed
didn't know
up in
that.
Miami.
I mean, I don't know how much more
You just
Miami
showed up
shit
at the show.
I don't know how much more Miami shit I need to do. I'm wearing sunglasses inside, dude. This is... I don't know how much more Miami I could be right now. I thought I was full blown Miami. Apparently not. Apparently I still have levels to go before people acknowledge me as a Miami douche.
Well, you've been around. You've been in some cities. You've traveled.
Yeah.
What's your take on New York and Miami and Boston? This is home.
Yeah, I mean, this is home for now, but I don't know. It feels almost like too nice. Like I feel too happy here, maybe. So it's like,
yeah,
I don't know.
And there it is.
It feels like this is like a retirement place.
You feel like you need to earn to live here.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I haven't quite earned it yet. I kind of just stumbled into this place. This wasn't like a plan of mine. It just kind of happened with some great decision making, and just ended up here. But I think I don't know where I'll go. My lease is up in October, so I'll have to figure out a situation then. So if you have any suggestions, throw it in the comments, people. Any good places to live. But that's the thing, to have to compare it to here. I feel like anywhere I go next, I'll be like, it's not quite Miami.
I think this is perfect for a comedian. This place is like just doable enough where it doesn't like make you feel like you said like you didn't earn it.
Yeah,
this is definitely a place that's like, I mean, for me, it definitely like I wouldn't be able to do what you did, live on my own in a different city. And
you could handle it. It's not that crazy.
It's not that crazy.
You're in your 40s. I think you could. I think you could do it. Yeah. It's not. If I can do it, anybody can do it. You know, you just gotta find your own path out here. Find it. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways to make it work, but
you're gonna.
Yeah, I lucked out, I guess.
Yeah, you was like, like you said, I didn't even know you were living here. I showed up from the airport. I got on like a comedy show. Shout out to Jamie Lee Simmons.
Yeah.
And Emily, who put me on the show, and I just showed up with my luggage, and then I saw you coming, and I'm like, are you visiting? The first thing I thought you was like, okay, which girl is he like coming to? Like, which girl in Miami he came down to see, And he's like, nah, man, I live here. I was like, when in the world did you move to Miami? I didn't know this.
It's good to know you've been following my progress. You've been following my my life's journey. It is tough to keep up with people, though.
It's hard.
I'll have like best friends that have kids, and I'll be like, they'll be like, yeah, I'm on my third kid. I'm like, I didn't know you had any kids. I had no idea.
Oh, is that a testament to like just bad communication on your part, Chris?
I think just like not paying attention, because you see so many like kids on your timeline and shit, and it's like I know they were married and stuff, but it was like, I totally missed that. Dude, my cousin had a kid maybe like 2 months ago, and I totally forgot to even text her about it. I texted her 2 months late after the baby. I'm like, does this still count? She's like, yeah, you're still good.
Did you just want to like wait to see if she like still kept it?
Yeah, kept it. I wanted to see if she was going to get rid of it. You don't want to make any assumptions. And I also didn't want to assume the gender either. So I was like, I don't know what to say. Like, congrats on the new girl, congrats on the new boy.
You waited.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, that's because that's usually generally around the time supposedly that's what people tell us now. Around 2 months, they know.
They decide.
Yeah.
They ask the baby, like, what the fuck are you going to be? I feel like it's like a wedding gift, right? You ever hear that expression that like with wedding gifts you have a year to give the wedding gift? Have you ever heard that?
No.
Or is that a white people thing?
That's definitely we don't. I don't even think I've never gave a gift.
You go to a wedding and not
I just went to my nephew's wedding like last week on High.
You don't give him cash or anything?
Nothing.
That's good.
I just felt like me coming over there.
That's how I feel.
And
that's
like,
how it should be.
No, but I am gonna send him like some money or whatever. Like,
so you do.
Later.
You have a year. Exactly. So
you have
a year
it is
to do it.
Oh, I thought that was just like black shit. People.
No, you just do it late anyway. You're like,
yes.
I didn't know there was a rule
to the podcast late. Like,
but it is crazy. Like, I know if I got married and people did, and like someone didn't give you a gift, and you'd be waiting for that year. You'd just be checking your calendar and be like, well, they have 2 months left. They better get on this fucking gift.
Okay, so it's a year. You got a year to kind of...
You got a year
to
get your finances in order.
Nice.
And send a $20 gift card. Like, here you go, Starbucks, baby, on me.
The marriage thing. That's an interesting topic, right? I'm at the age right now where like a lot of women ask me that
to get married.
Well,
will you marry me, Chase?
The other question. It's why
Why aren't you married yet? Yeah, I wonder if it's a better. I wonder if it's a better look to have been married and no longer be married, or to have never been married. You know, there's kind of red flags in both.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
What would you prefer out of a woman that she has been married? If you meet like a 40-year-old woman, that she has kids, probably not, huh? That's probably a deal breaker.
From my experience, but women with kids are like they're like something about them. They're like freaks.
They're busy.
They're busy, so
they got things to do.
They're fun.
So, like they can get that. They can get that. They don't have time to like play all the games. If they're like,
I was dating this girl. She had a kid like in the next door, and she was like, "Listen, like I don't have that much time. Like, you know, the kid was like knocking on like the on the bathroom door. You know, she's like, go back to bed. I'm like, hey, the kid's 3. Like he needs like attention. She's like,
that is a epitome of a Boston mother right there. That's a Boston mother in a nutshell.
Oh yeah, she was from South Shore.
Let's fucking do this.
Bridgewater, technically.
Oh, Bridgewater, what a town.
Bridgewater divorced 3 kids.
See, people say there's no perfect women out there. I think that's pretty close.
That's right. That's my wheelhouse.
But yeah, when people ask you if you've been married, are they like they're alarmed that you haven't been? Maybe I'll just throw.
They do initially, then I start telling them like and I tell them the reasons why. I guess like
like I haven't found the right one. Nobody's up to my standards.
And they're just like, oh, okay, like Then they look at me. It's like, well, you don't like. It doesn't. I feel like when I tell them my standards to women, they're like they don't take them serious.
The thing is, women have insane standards too. I feel like everybody just has a delusion about themselves that they're like every woman is kind of told that they're a princess like their whole lives, and then they get older and they're like, yeah, I'm a princess. They say on Tinder that that's why Tinder's kind of a waste of time if you're not like this super hot dude. Not that you're not, but
thank you.
I was waiting. That 90% of women swipe on 10% of dudes. So 10% are like cleaning up on Tinder, and the rest are just fucking nothing, because every woman is like, oh, that guy's on a fucking boat. He's handsome. He's tall. He's jacked. He's got a lot of money. All this other shit. They're like, that's the guy for me. That's the guy I'm supposed to be with. And the woman could be nothing.
That's
bro. That's who I should be with.
That's crazy that you said that, because I was talking about this like subject with my friend too. The one with the dates thing too. Like she does the dates, like she goes on the multiple dates, and she's actually dating a guy now that's like totally opposite what she's been like normally attracted to.
Yeah,
and then I'm like, well, how's it going? She's like, oh, it's great. He's like, nice. And I'm like, stop. Like you were dating a particular model or template in your head that you thought like was the thing, athletes and like these like, industry people. It's like, yeah, these people are like shakers and like takers, man.
Yeah, they got options. They don't have to settle down. That's why they can be a fuckboy.
Then you're like, and then automatically it's like a lot of women, I'm not saying about her, but like there's other women I've noticed like, because they've like dealt with like certain men at a certain level for so long, but they never were like the main one. Yeah. They think like they still operate and walk as if they're the main one. Right. And I'm like, bitch, you're not the one at all. Like it's like
you're A1.
You're like, like it's like
women out there, you just got to drop your standards.
Just drop them a little bit.
And you'll get great guys like myself and Chase are just
honest,
waiting in the wings.
We're just dude. I've never been like the main type dude. I've always been like the side, like,
side dude,
the middle. I'm like the middle nigga.
Low pressure.
It's so much low pressure.
You're a nice rebound guy when they get out of a relationship.
Yeah,
it's like, yeah, I'm here for you.
Like I listen. I got nowhere to go.
Availability is the best ability.
My apartment sucks, dude. Like I'm not going back to my apartment, dude. Like I waited out. Like I wait for them to kick me out, dude. I'd be listening.
Like, I'll stay here. I'll move in.
I'll ask them about like what makes them happy.
Yeah, like, passions. things that seem like you actually care. That's great. That's great.
I don't know. Maybe one day, I mean, I'm at the point where my mom doesn't even like text me hello, like, anymore. She's just like text me now because she wants kids so bad for me. She's like,
really?
She just texts me now. She's anything? Like, hey, I'm waiting.
Even a mistake she would take.
Yeah,
she'd be like, yeah,
my parents,
give me something.
Yeah, they just, I don't know.
Just prove that you're fucking something, please, Chase.
My parents have been married like 40 plus years, dude. So it's like
good for them. Yeah, my parents also been married that long.
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, it's crazy. You don't run into that too often, but
not now.
that is a I can't imagine our generation settling down for that long. We got too many distractions. Too many chances to fuck up.
I do. Yeah, we do. Well, comedians are like we're like
born to fuck up. Kind of have to for material purposes. Like I didn't want to do this, baby, but
did you walk into? Yeah, I kind of felt like that too. Yeah, for real. Yeah, I felt like that too.
Kind of have to. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy that. Yeah, being in a relationship for 40 years is it's insane. But I guess you just get used to it. You're just like, yeah, this is what it is.
I don't know. They say, I guess, with men, like, they say, happy wife, happy life, and
that's what it's all about.
My dad, at this point, like with my mom, I don't even think he doesn't even like. It's not like he doesn't listen to her. He just like
tunes it out.
He just I think he just acts like he's single, but he's married. Like he doesn't tell her where he's going.
He just does his own thing.
He just does something.
But has like a roommate.
But has a roommate. I'm just like
that nags him sometimes.
Yeah, he always tells me. And I always tell him, I was like, Dad, like every time I talk to you about Mom, you're always complaining about her. But like, so you're not giving really like insensitive to me to get married, because every time I talk to you, it's like your mother's like, I don't get it. She doesn't listen. Like talk to your mother.
I don't want that.
It's like I don't want that.
It doesn't seem ideal.
He's like, nah, you'll get to learn. You'll love later. He's like, I was like, love later. He's like,
I'll get to loving in my 80s. Right now I'm just playing the field, baby. Right now I'm still working out whether she's the one or not. Still trying to figure that out. It is crazy though with talking about kids, like how easy it. I don't want to jinx it, but how easy it is to not have a kid, to not get a girl pregnant. Like people that mistakenly impregnate somebody. I'm just like, how
we missed that one.
How do you?
I smoked a joint the other night. Like I celebrated that for me the other night. Like I celebrated that the other night for me. Like Chase, you don't have any. Like you didn't have like any hiccups, man.
Dude, it's like if you just practice abstinence for 36 years, life is easy, man.
I don't even do that. I just changed my number. It's easier, dude.
You probably do have some little ones running around somewhere. They just can't get in touch with you.
If you got little kids with big foreheads walking around, like definitely
they'll show up later in life. You'll be like, damn.
No, I think about like all like I've been single for a long time, dude. Like it's actually pretty. I probably need to go therapy.
When was your last real relationship?
23.
Oh, that's crazy, dude. That's yeah.
It is crazy.
At
right?
this point, it might be you.
It's definitely. Maybe I don't need therapy. Just talk to me, Chris. What
this is therapy.
No, I definitely it's at this point. Yeah, it's definitely me for sure. But not like in a way that's alarming than I think that most people would think. I think it's more of like I've grown up a palate to like not. I know what I like can stand and not stand.
Right.
And I just haven't found that person yet. That's like it's
Well, it is tough when you get used to being single to go into a relationship. Like you kind of jump into it. Every relationship I've been into, I've just been like infatuated with the person. So you're just like, yeah, let's do this. You don't really.
Are you one of those things?
Yeah, I don't really weigh out the pros and cons and like think about it. Like, oh, is this a good idea or not? I'm just like, oh, if I'm madly in love with somebody, it's like, yeah.
Interesting. Oh, okay.
We're dating now, and also it's the chase too, no pun intended, but it's the thrill of chase. And then once you get a girl that like you've been chasing for a while, you're like, yeah, I'm not gonna just be like, no, I'm gonna just go back to, because the effort you put in to like get a girl, and it's like, do I want to really go back to doing that again? It's like, no, I'll
say this though, like, no, it's right. I'll say this. I think for me, it's more of like, and knowing the fact that like if I do like a girl, when I do in fact like a girl, I do and will put in the time and show that I care about them. I think I'm more resistant on this part, which is when it goes bad and when we do break up, it's dealing with that part, the aftermath of that.
Yeah.
Like I'm not good at that part.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the feeling of like being like, disappointed and going through something like that. Like,
yeah, maybe you were traumatized by a breakup and now you're nervous to get back into one.
It's crazy. Yeah. Maybe my first girlfriend. Yeah. She probably did that to me. I don't know. She probably
Who knows?
did.
But that
But
is
she's
like,
happy now. Got 3 kids, so she's married. So she lucked out.
worked
right?
out. She can thank you for that.
She hasn't yet.
She should.
She followed me on Instagram not too long ago.
Oh shit!
And then
she wants
I
it
try to
back.
like post up like really cool pictures quickly so she could see.
Yeah, and then she unfollowed.
And she
right
unfollowed
away.
me.
Like, bitch, you didn't even like the super cool version of me. That's not even the real
Then
me.
you really like
You
wanted
didn't
me.
like the best version of me. I don't know what I gotta do.
Yeah, I'm not like 20. Yeah, this is like a better version of what I was before. You know, but
Dude, it is crazy when you post something on Instagram and all you're doing is checking to see if that one person looked at it. You're like, I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Like, your mom will comment, great pictures. It's like, God damn it.
yeah. It was actually during the time where like Seal followed me.
Why did Seal follow you?
I think he got hacked.
He just followed you? Or was he following everybody?
No, this is what I thought, dude. I thought like he was the only one that was following me, and
Yeah.
I was like gassed, and I told like 2 or 3 people.
And they're like, yeah, Seal
They're
followed
like,
me
nah,
too.
they still followed me too. And I was
So
like,
he was just following everybody to get followers back or something?
I think he got hacked, like or something, because he was like there was a time period like mad people was getting like Seal
Damn.
requests.
Maybe he was like releasing a new album and wanted to get back in the mix.
I wasn't
'Cause, yeah,
even-
then he's back in people's conversation. I mean, we probably wouldn't have brought up Seal had he not done that. This is probably the first time I've thought about Seal in a while.
I'm a little older, so you know, so, like that's my
Dude, Seal was the man back in the day, huh? That one song,
bro.
I don't know
He
know
has some
any
other
other
songs too,
I don't know
but
any other song by him, but that's,
I don't know any other one, but I just know that
but
he has other.
he put out an album.
Okay,
Was
can I
it
be honest with
one
you? I don't know if he has other songs. I just said that primarily because he's black, and I need to defend the fact that he has like
It's
more.
like, no, he's good. He's really good. He's got some new good stuff, probably.
It's like I don't know.
Even he's like, nah, I don't. I got nothing, dude. He's like, I had one hit song. I mean, and he had a smoking hot wife, so
What? Are you kidding me? I till this
he's got to be
day,
doing something right.
you know, till this day, he's gave me so much confidence that I
Yeah.
can get any girl that I want.
It is true. When you see that, you're like, oh, I guess
You got Heidi Klum, bro.
that's why it's cool being a guy, because like girls you're kind of either born with it or you're not. Guys, it's like you can kind of finagle your way into something. Like my last girlfriend would tell me, she's like, yeah, I'm kind of into like ugly guys, and I was like, that's not really a compliment to me, but I'll take it. She's like, I don't really care about looks, and I'm like, that's kind of odd, but I mean, it's great. It's great for guys, you know.
Right. I could
It's
say,
like-
well, women are very honest with like their.
Dude,
They're-
I think they all have Asperger's. I'm pretty sure because they do not follow social norms at all. The other night, I took my hat off and a girl's like, "Oh my God, you're bald." I was like, "I guess, yeah." And she's just like, "Oh my God," like instead of being like, "Oh cool," like, or just not saying anything, you know?
I mean, yeah.
Just like shocked. Oh my God, you're bald. I'm like, is this good, bad? She's like,
Right.
she's like, I don't know. I'm like, all right, cool. Thank God I don't have feelings, you know?
How old was this girl? Because I feel like this is like.
I don't know. Probably should ask.
Yeah, you probably should ask. I don't think. I feel like an adult woman would have said that. Like adult woman or no.
I've had adult women say crazy shit to me. One woman asked me if I had a head injury because I talked really slow. She's like, "Have you ever had a head injury?"
It is probably one of the most funniest things I've ever heard someone say about you in my life, dude.
And I was like, I don't know. And then she made me think about it. I'm like, I don't know. Have I had a head injury? And it was just in my head for like the longest time. I'm like, but this is the thing with girls. But I do appreciate their honesty, you know, because guys, we kind of like dance around shit all the time
Yeah.
because we don't want to like offend women. But
Yeah. I don't.
I mean, women will give it to you
I feel like
so
sometimes I'm
straight.
too honest, man. Like it's like I'm just at the point, bro, at my age where it's like I just can't deal with the fuckery. Like I just we have to nip it in the bud in the beginning because
Yeah.
I'm not going to be around to like deal with this shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to be more honest in life. I told you about this.
It's a lonely fucking thing.
But it's like, it's good because then it like sets a tone.
People don't like it.
It sets a tone early on. And it's not like big lies that I tell. It's just like little fibs about things that you just don't want. Like you don't want to hurt a girl's feelings or stuff like that. So you kind of tell, and then you just kind of build on that. And then you're just like, oh,
You do little fibs.
I'm not even who I am. Like, I'm not even being who I am right now. Because it's even like saying like, yeah, I do want to go to that place. Or yeah, I'm happy to be here right now. If
But
you're not.
But you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like,
Nah.
no, just
I don't.
be like, no, I don't want to be here right now.
You do fib. You do got a little fibbing thing.
Yeah.
You told me the story at the comedy when we did the show the other night, the Don't Tell comedy show.
Yeah.
You told me about a particular fib. Like,
Yeah.
Like it was you were driving. We were driving, leaving.
Yeah, don't repeat that fib.
I'm not repeating it,
All
but
right.
it was the funniest thing that I ever heard in my life.
Because it's a little tiny fib. But it just gets magnified. And I'm just like, why did I tell that? It's like when someone asks you if you saw a movie.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I saw that movie. And you know you didn't see that movie. Norm Macdonald has a bit about that. And he's like, what have I gotten myself into now? It is true. It's like, well, now you're like trying to dig yourself out of this hole and be like, I hope they don't ask any questions about any follow-up questions. Because it's like, yeah.
We're comedians. We like to we make things interesting for sure.
For no reason.
For no reason.
Like, yeah, just
my friend Nick, he's who produces my podcast. Shout out to Nicky Neighborhoods. He always says that about me. He's like, Abel, you have a very you like to kind of like make things as you go.
Yeah.
But then it's like, it sounds so like not true. But then you'll like add a little thing in there where it's
some
like
true things. You're like, why would he make that up?
But why would he make that up?
Yeah. And then even you're like, yeah, I don't know. It's like someone else is like controlling it. It's like someone else is coming up with the story. You're just the
yeah. I feel
conduit.
like sometimes I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I feel like I could have worked in like the Secret Service. Do you feel like that way sometimes?
Yeah, I think so too.
Like me, we could
keep a pretty good like poker face.
You'd be great. That'd be a great like acting gig for you.
Yeah,
like a comedic Jason Bourne.
Yeah, as long as I didn't have to say any like big line. I think I could do like one line at a time. If I had to do like a big soliloquy,
yeah,
I think that'd be tough.
It'd be tough, yeah.
But if I could just be like a guy that comes in, shoots somebody or some shit like that, and leaves. Like Ryan Gosling in Drive. Remember that movie?
That was a good movie. He acted his ass off in that movie.
He just said like so few lines. It's all in like the mannerisms and stuff. That's that's the role for me, I think. Drive 2. If Gosling's busy.
Gosling, yeah, he's got some I'm sure some time he can spare.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, what's it like being that, you think? What is it like when you have every option in the world? I wonder if it gets
well, I don't know because I don't know from a personal standpoint.
Yeah, but you can imagine. I
can tell you from experience of knowing people who do have it.
Yeah,
I know
it's
people.
Gotta get tiring, right?
Yeah, I know some people that they can like get anything that they want. They have that much money. And it's weird too sometimes because I sit back and I'm like, obviously it's like they know I don't have like shit to offer on that magnitude, but I'm just like one of these guys that's like everyone.
They just want someone normal to hang out with.
Yeah, and there's a certain like, it's not like always great because like from my experience, some of these people that I know, man, like they're very paranoid, man. Like their way of looking at life is like very different. It's like they're in a different matrix, man.
Yeah,
it's really wild. Like how much there's certain people who have a certain amount of money, they're not even tapped in. Like
different world.
It's really different. It's hard to explain, but it's like they can't sit down like this. This is not like they can't do this like have a conversation and sit down and like listen and like try to like. It's their mind works so fast.
It's disconnected from like reality.
It's just maybe I'm not articulating it the right way, but it's like they're not present at like they're not like as much present as much people think they are.
Yeah.
They can't stick in their own thoughts. Like it's like move, go.
That's the only thing holding me back from getting a lot of money. I don't want to be that, Otherwise I'd be a billionaire, but I just want to stay humble, cool,
You are though. You're one of those comics that
was a joke.
Yeah.
It landed well.
Yeah, you may have to
cut that one out.
Cut that one out. Went by me.
Yeah. What were you saying?
Being a little grounded helps,
Well, it's tough not to be grounded when you're doing Antane's open mic, That'll humble you real quick.
Those guys are like,
what else was
they're legends in their own right.
Yeah, they really are. That's so Boston. Like if you go to Boston to experience real Boston, you got to hang out with that crew.
Yeah.
Kenny Capozzi,
Big D,
and
and who was the other guy?
Sean.
Well, Sean. Yeah, Sean. No, Sean.
Tommy.
And Tommy.
They're all still kicking around.
They're kicking.
Yeah.
They're very kicking around. I don't know, but they're definitely kicking.
Yeah, what a
no,
grill.
Kenny's kicking. He's still doing.
It's
comedy.
crazy how people like
Tommy,
that.
I don't see much though.
People like that find each other. You know, it's like
energy.
It's almost like someone scripted it, and they're just so like.
They have. Someone needs to do a documentary about them.
Yeah.
Like they were like. There's always like a group of people in every comedy scene. I feel like is like the underground people.
And it was like the most vulgar open mics, ridiculous. And
it was ridiculous.
but yeah,
but it was
those were
like
good
fun.
times. They made us the men that we are today.
It was it was an open mic of like real like misfits.
Yeah, the Hideout was also a good open mic.
Hideout was good.
Hideout was
good. Yeah,
that was legendary.
Hideout comedy. Artie Brzezinski, those guys. You know,
I think Randy hosted it when I was doing it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure
Maybe.
he did. I'm sure he did. Yeah, Randy
Somebody else. Luke Tuma hosted it.
Luke, yeah. I haven't heard from Luke in a while. Heard he's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, a lot of Boston guys are doing well.
Yeah, it's crazy. The people that you start with that like you have no idea who's gonna stick with it. I remember Sham coming into those open mics and like singing, and I would be like, "Who is this animal?"
Oh yeah, he was an animal.
And then he turned out to be like one of my best buds.
Oh yeah,
like,
Sham. Yeah, Sham's good. Sham's crazy. Both you guys opened up for me at Nick's. I want both you guys there.
Dude, that was the best.
You guys are like, guys are just
like these fucking idiots will say something crazy.
I love it. I want to get all the.
Sham's a legit loose cannon. He's insanely unpredictable on stage and in life actually.
He's Sham, you know, Sham, you know.
How is Nick still up and popping?
Yeah,
it's funny how they talk about Nick's like back in the old days, how it was like the hottest spot ever.
It was,
and then
yeah,
you go there now, and it's kind of like I don't know. Maybe it's hit or miss. Maybe it can still be good, but I've seen it at some pretty low points.
I've seen it. I mean, Nick's is one of those places. Like, you know, for me, it's like I've kind of like learned to just kind of use it as like a stage to, you know, really hone in your comedy.
Do some prop comedy.
Yeah. But now I've been in Nick's where it's been like, you know, 20 people. It's, you know, completely dead, and every single comedian bombed.
Oh yeah, you could feel it in there.
You could feel it. You know.
It's like a I don't know what it's like a cafeteria or something. It's got a weird vibe when it's empty.
It's weird.
It's like a little hole.
It's on top of a club.
The stage is way too high. And, yeah, you can hear the noise from the club next door. You're like, wow, they're having way more fun than we are right now.
Especially
they're having a blast over there. You see all these hot chicks come into the show. You're like, oh, they're coming to the show. And it's like, no, they're going right into the club.
They're going right. Oh, you know who's the...
They don't even look at the stage.
It's the waitresses for me. Like, they come right before, like, at the end of our sets when they set up for the club. Like, the bottle girls.
And they're all, like, pissed that comedy's happening there. They're like, what is this bullshit?
They're all hot, too. Like, hot bottled girls. And I'm like, every time I'm, like, up there, if I'm, like, towards the end, if they're coming in, I'm just like, you better fucking do good, dude. I'm not walking out of here and these hot chicks are going to be like, this guy was not funny.
And then you realize they didn't even know you were up there.
They didn't even know I was
up.
No
idea.
No. They were like... They're about to make like $1,000, $1,200 tonight. They don't.
Would you be a bottle chick if you were a hot chick? There's a lot of different avenues you can take as a hot chick, huh?
As a hot chick, if I was a hot chick, huh?
Or you'd go right for the stripper, right for the OnlyFans.
I can't do OnlyFans.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think about moral obligation?
OnlyFans.
Thoughts on OnlyFans.
Yeah, OnlyFans girls and like, you know, OnlyFans.
I mean, I probably wouldn't date one. You know, I think that'd be tough to date one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you hear of people that like you date a girl and she's OnlyFans and it's like works out. They make a lot of money. But it's I feel like that'd be too hard to see your girl out there doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not like physical cheating, but it is like a it's weird.
It's weird, yeah.
You know?
I would agree a little bit. I definitely would agree, you know.
But
not a little bit. I disagree a lot of it.
Yeah. I guess guys could like jerk off to her Instagram or something too. It's the same difference. But when she's participating in it, it's a little weird. You know, if she's doing like some cam girl stuff, I'd be like, yeah, that's probably where I would draw the line.
Yeah.
Hate to be a
bummer.
Yeah, I hate to be a
bummer of
super conservative. But yeah, I have this buddy that I work with, and he was telling me about his relationship. He's like, we're like 8 months in. He's like, it's it's fine. Like, it's going pretty well. I was like, that's cool. He's like, yeah, one good thing is that we're swingers, so that, like, that helps. And I was like, dude, what? You're swinging is, like, I was like, that's a crazy thing that you're, like, still having trouble in your relationship and you're swinging. It's like, if you can't make it work, then
it's not going to, it's uphill.
What could you possibly complain about?
I don't know what it is, man. I just can't, when these type of topics, when people talk to me about, like, you know, these swing, like, polyamorous relationships and, like, these, Instagram, my mind just can't get out of, like, the perspective of the box of it just being like someone convincing me, being like, hey babe, like, it's okay, I'm just gonna go fuck him.
Yeah. And you're gonna fuck,
and I'll be back, like, later. It's fine. Like, it's okay.
It's not a big deal.
I just can't.
And then they walk back in the door. You're like, hey, how was your night?
It's sometimes I know a couple that they don't even talk about it.
But it happens.
When it happens.
Dude, I'd be freaking out all the time. I don't know which I would prefer, knowing about it or not knowing about it.
I would prefer not to know about it.
Yeah.
And I would prefer not to have it happen.
Yeah, of course.
So,
but yeah, if you're in, like, an open relationship and you just got to think, like, all the time, be like, oh. And it would almost be like a competition. Be like, well, if you just bang somebody, I got to bang. Like, I can't be losing right now.
It's,
you know? I'm not going to lose to a chick in a competition, you know?
I mean, even
very
like,
emasculating.
I'm kind of like, I don't know. Even with threesomes, for me, it's like it gets a little. I don't even do that.
Never tried
Selfish,
it. Selfish,
you know.
Right in if you're want to participate in a threesome with Chase and I. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't think I would turn it down, but yeah, I've never been in. I've never been in a situation where that was, like, even feasible.
Two dudes?
Maybe I have.
No, I'm sorry, not two. I'm sorry, not two.
No, two women. Two dudes? No, I haven't been in that situation either. And that would be a conundrum, you know? I'd be like,
I was gonna ask. It came out, like, too quickly. Like, that's not what I want to say. I don't know why I said two dudes so fast.
You're like, oh, I got the chick. We could do it right now if you're down. That's the other thing. Like, who like wants to bring in another guy? Be like, oh, I have this girl that I want to bang. You want to bang her with me? I mean, it's a very nice offer, but I'd be like, maybe separately. You know, maybe we take. I don't know.
It's weird. And also, it's like, for me, I just get subconscious because then it's like, if I have a threesome, it's like two girls. I'm not doing, like, two dudes and a girl. Is that weird?
No, that's very normal.
It's normal.
Yeah,
right?
You want less dicks is always better. Usually, when I'm having sex, I say less dicks is usually the way to go.
Okay, I usually go with that ratio.
But yeah, that'd be weird. And then the guy's dick is way bigger than yours, and she's having way more fun with him. And she's like, you know what?
Yeah, I had that happen to me before.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll happen.
Yeah,
Hey,
happen. It's my boy
fair.
though. But the thing is, he's got. I mean, he's one of those guys that's got a piece, you know.
Yeah.
And then
you should have known going in. But
the problem,
let me see your dick before we.
I know. I should have. But it was already, like, he was already, like, kind of in it, and I was, like, there, and I don't. You know, she was into it. But then, this is the worst part. It wasn't the fact. It was like the worst part was, like, when it happened. This is the worst part, because when I was coming home from work, I was living with my boy at the time. And my boy, who, like, we had, like, the threesome with the chick with, was over there kicking it with us, and we're all friends. So they didn't know, like, I came home, like, you know, and I came through, like, the front door, but they were just chilling in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And yeah, they were talking about it. And then, like, my boy was like, yeah, the girl said, like, yeah, he wasn't, like, it was, like, a little so small. Like, it was.
About you?
Yeah. And then I walked in, they just started, like,
Dude, that reminds me of.
But I was, like, soft, like, she couldn't get me hard, so it's like I just.
Yeah, that's on her.
It's on her.
That's kind of analogous to the other day I was leaving a comedy show, and it was like a.
By the way, I just wanted to know my penis is very efficient.
Yeah,
it's
for the record.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. You know.
It was soft. Everybody's kind of small, soft. You know.
Thank you.
Maybe that's just me, but yeah, I was leaving a comedy show, and there was a lineup of probably 5, 6 comics on it, and I'm leaving. I'm walking out with the crowd, so they don't know I'm a comedian. And I went up second on the show, and the guy just happened to say this while I was right behind. He goes, I liked all of them. He goes, all of them were pretty good, except the second guy. And I'm just standing right there. And I was like, Nice, dude. You had to say that right now, and I had because I was doing the math. I was like, when did I go? I was like, oh yeah, I was second. That's kind of like that. Know. That's kind of like being told you have the small dick as you're walking out.
Yeah,
it's like I liked all those dicks, but except Chase's.
Mine's been efficient. I have an efficient penis for sure.
I wonder if they ever do like Zell ratings on dicks, and if you got like 5 stars. You could show that on a date. Be like, hey,
this is
5 stars.
Listen.
From 2 women 10 years ago.
Dating's tough, man. It's hard out here.
That's gonna be the name of this podcast. All right, dude. We did an hour.
We did an hour.
You got shit to do.
Yeah, we all got shit to do today.
Yeah,
you got a show. I got a show.
You got you got ladies to see. You got pool to get to.
I'm surprised you haven't
4 seasons.
Yeah, I was trying to get you over there, but you've been having fun.
Oh, I've been busy. You know how it is. life is tough out here, man. No, glad we could squeeze this in. Thanks for coming out, dude.
Yeah, man, for sure. Appreciate you.
Come out to Miami again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anytime.
Thanks, Chris.
You're always welcome.